Hello, I'm Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel. I am doing another book review for you guys. However, the heck, I don't know why that wasn't downloaded. How? I read it on here. Oh yeah, because I read it on my other Nook before I got this one. Alright. Bear with me, you guys. So, the reason I'm doing this one on my Nook is because I don't have a paper copy of it or a hardcover copy of it. But let's see if I can. I don't know if I can, like, okay, I can't really make it bigger, but I don't know if you can see it, this book right here, if you can see it okay, and I'll open it up so you can see the inside title page, so you know what to look for when you're trying to buy it. I mean, you can get paper copies of it, paperback copies of it, or hardcover copies of it on Barnes & Noble and probably other booksellers, but this was one of the ones that I didn't already have in paperback or hardcover. If I have a series or a specific author already in paperback and hardcover, I will continue to buy those that way. However, if I don't, then I'll put it on my Nook and save myself the space in my house, because I mean, I don't have a whole lot of space. But I mean, like, certain books I want in physical form. But you know, stuff like this that I just enjoy reading for the fun of it, it's okay for me to, I mean, it works for me to have it on my Nook. So this is the title page. I'm sorry about glare. Dhampir by Barb and J.C. Hendee. And, they have a whole series. It's a very good series, in my opinion. I haven't read past the second book. I'm on the second book right now, which is, no, open back up, which is Thief of Lives. So that's the second book. Looks like I'm about halfway through it. But if you are into sci-fi fantasy and you like vampires and elves and different worlds, you know, then this is a good book for you. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to read and what not to read. You know, that's the point of reviews, is so that you can decide for yourself if you like the book, like how it sounds, you know, and decide for yourself if it's something you would want to read. I don't know what your interests are. I know what I like and what I don't like. But I'm into that kind of stuff, like the whole Lord of the Rings being like a whole different world, and other books that I enjoy being on whole different worlds. And I am very into elves, and I'm very into vampires, and this book, it's about a woman who is traveling with her friend, who happens to be half elf, half human. And in the area where they travel, elves are kind of like rare. So, you know, most of the people that they encounter don't really know what they look like, and you know, so they kind of devise this con, and this is the start of the book. They devised this con where she pretends that he's like some kind of demonic monster, and they pretend that he's attacking her, and she kills him. she doesn't really kill him, but she pretends to kill him, and then she gets all this money from villagers, you know, for protecting them from evil spirits, because she thinks that their beliefs in evil spirits and vampires are just, you know, superstitious. And she believes this because she grew up with her entire village being superstitious towards her, because she was supposedly, like, they believed that her mother was kind of kidnapped or like enslaved or whatever by the town's I don't want to say royalty, but I kind of sort of do. They're noblemen who they thought was a vampire, and then she was born to this woman, and nobody saw her mother ever again, and she grew up with all these superstitions towards her because of what they thought her father was, and she didn't believe any of this. She just felt that it was wrong and cruel that they treated her so badly, and I can get that. I understand that pretty well. That they treated her so badly for something that she thought was made up and fictional, and, you know, still, even if it is true, isn't her fault. So, anyway, so on their travels, doing this con, she ends up saving up a whole bunch of money to buy this little bar in a place called Bella, which is funny because that's my boyfriend's oldest daughter's name, who just graduated and moved out to go off to college. But anyway, I thought that was funny and convenient. But anyway, this woman, Majiri, that's her name. At first I wanted to pronounce it Marjorie, but it's clearly spelled Majiri. So the for the whole first half of the first book, I was like constantly correcting myself in my mind from Marjorie to Majiri. And her half-elf friend Liesel and his pet dog that he got from his mother, who was full fae, that they don't find out until like they start to realize what was going on, is kind of like an elf dog and can kind of help protect them, help them fight actual real vampires. So the dog, when it bites a vampire, the vampire can't heal, and it's like the dog bite is like acid to this vampire, to the vampires. It's very interesting. And then so they go to this town, and, you know, take over their bar, but their town is kind of controlled by these three vampires that have kind of set up a warehouse at the docks, and kind of run it. And the guy that that's supposed to protect everybody there, not the nobleman, but I kind of want to say mayor, but I don't think he was actually a mayor. Something like that. But he was being paid by these people to cover up their crimes when one of the vampires like left one of their feeding bodies behind, you know, like instead of letting the person move on and live and wiping their memory of it, you know, actually killing the person, which is ridiculous, because if you can wipe their memory, why leave a mess? Why, you know, why create risk to put yourself in danger? Now this Majiri girl, she doesn't realize that everything that was said about her growing up was actually true. She thought it was all made up. But it turns out that she was actually born to kill vampires because she is born of a human and a vampire as a Dhampir, which I don't know if you guys know what a Dhampir is. If you've seen, I'm trying to remember what it's called. Funny how I've seen this movie a million times, but I can never remember what it's called when I'm thinking of it. Blade. Blade is a Dhampir. So, you know, he's half human, half vampire, and, you know, he can walk in the sun. He's pretty much human aside from the fact that he has the abilities of vampires to be able to kill them, and he's supposed to kill them, and, you know, he does have the bloodlust and whatnot. She doesn't know any of this because she grew up basically human until she started coming around vampires, and then she started getting the bloodlust, you know, for attacking the vampires. Her teeth came out, and, you know, she started being enraged without any reason other than there was a vampire there. She has this amulet that she got from her mother that glows around vampires. Another one that helps her heal if she drinks blood, which doesn't actually work unless she uses the amulet. But, you know, so they fight these vampires, and in the process they kind of lose the warehouse, which kind of sucks, and they also lose their bar, because after they took down the warehouse thinking that they killed them all, which they didn't, the vampires actually came after them. They started coming after them to begin with, because, you know, they didn't go after the vampires until they started, like, harassing them, assuming that they were going to attack them just because of what she is. And she, like I said, she didn't even know. She didn't even know what she was, and somehow they knew, and assumed that she knew, and kept harassing her and murdered the people that were working for her. And I mean, she, at that point, she really had no choice but to attack them back, to protect the people of the town and the people that she was making friends with, and, you know, herself and her friend Liesel, and, you know, so after they attacked the vampires and burnt down their warehouse, the vampires go and attack them. So, I mean, and of course there's other drama in there that too, very interesting stuff, but that's basically the gist of the book. I suggest, if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I would definitely recommend this book. I would recommend the whole series. I'm halfway through the second one, and I will review that one to you at some point. But I really did very much enjoy this book, Dhampir by Barb and J.C. Hendee. It was really, really good. And I mean, I am a giant nerd, so I'm really into vampires and, you know, mythical worlds and, you know, made up worlds and elves and all that kind of fantasy type stuff. I'm really into it. So, you know, it's my kind of thing. I hope you guys liked the video. And I hope you guys are interested in the book, and you know, if so, cool, I helped you find something to read. If not, then, you know, that's okay too. I'm sure I'll review books that you guys are into. But I mean, as much stuff as I'm interested in reading, I'm sure I'll find something that you guys are interested in if you're not interested in this book eventually. So I hope you liked the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have an absolutely beautiful day. And I may still be on my tablet, but I'm sure you're going to notice when you start this video, I have my editing stuff back. Yay! Yay! I'm so happy about that. 'Cause I missed it. my videos have not been feeling like mine ever since my phone has started not working right. I did figure out that I cannot get it fixed. Yeah, I can't get it fixed. The company that is supposed to fix phones for Verizon refuses to fix my phone. Apparently, they don't do Motorola. They sell Motorola at Verizon, but the company that fixes the phones doesn't do Motorola. That makes no sense, which sucks because that's my favorite brand. But on top of it, I now also can't replace it because the person who told me that my phone was paid off to get a new phone lied to me. So in order to get a new phone, I have to pay over $100 to buy off what's left of my phone that doesn't work anymore to get a new one, which sucks. And that's not even including the cost of the new phone. So, guess I'm going to be out without a phone for a little bit longer until I can either get that paid off or find another way to have a phone. I've got a card coming in the mail for a free phone, but apparently they're not providing phones right now. Just the SIM card, which makes no sense because the whole reason I signed up for it was for the phone. I'm paying for service I can't use. But anyway, that kind of blows. But you never know. Maybe Sam will have, in his little drawer full of phones, maybe he'll have a phone that one of my two SIM cards will actually work in. We'll see. Cross my fingers and hope. I'm sorry about the flies. They're coming in from the back door. It's getting annoying. I thought we got rid of them, but you know, now that I'm taking Siren out 6-7 times a day, you know, they just keep coming in. But it is what it is. You have to let him out or he goes in the house, you know? And if you don't let him out and he goes in the house, then, you know, then it's my fault for not letting him out. So, yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. I really think I should get some flypaper in here to get rid of them. At least until it starts getting cold enough out to where they're not coming in my house anymore. But, you know, sorry. It's probably irritating to see flies landing on my tablet while I'm filming. Yeah. But, what can you do? Also good news, I found a handyman that is going to help me with what he can help me with around the house to fix things that need fixed and take care of the things that need to be taken care of. Unfortunately, he can't do wiring, so I still need my stepdad's help with that. I'm still trying to get stuff done around here to get my stepdad to come in, but I'm so behind on dishes and laundry. I had to take a hiatus from cleaning the floor in order to get that done. When the laundry piles up so much that it's not in the laundry baskets anymore, it's time to get it done. When the dishes pile up so much that they're not just in the sink anymore, it's time to get them done. I mean, right now I'm kind of focusing on laundry, and then I'm going to focus on the dishes, but at least they're going to get done, and then I can go back to mopping again, and just scrubbing things that need scrubbed. But it'll get there. It's getting there. I already have the spare room completely clean. I got to touch up the bathroom again, but I wanted to get the laundry and the dishes done first, because I need to scrape stuff in the bathroom, and then I need to mop again. But then I got to do the hallway and the kitchen floor and the mud area by the front door. But it'll get done. So, yeah. And thankfully this kid is gonna be able to help me move stuff in and possibly build some extra rooms on. And he's thankfully working with me on payments and with my income. And obviously some things are gonna have to take a little bit more time to get done because of my income. And you know, I figured start with the little things and the things that are most important and first, and then get to the more important things, the less important things that, you know, are more, you know, to make it look nice. Like replacing the floor, the walls, building on the addition. You know, I kind of want to do the addition before I do like too much, because I want to move my stuff in kind of all at once. Not like pick and choose with this will stay here, this will come with me, you know, and then put my bed together and then take it back down and move it into the new room in the addition. But yeah. But anyway, so yeah, gonna get some stuff done around here and get it done, get some things done slowly and work around my income. And you know, some of the stuff costs a lot of money in supplies too, so you know. But at least once I have the living room done, I can bring in my couches and, you know, start fixing up my living room somewhat. I can't really do everything I want to do, rearrange things the way exactly the way I want until I have the addition put on, but you know, I can work around it. But anyway, you know, good news, right? And I mean, I'm kind of behind on my homework right now because I didn't get to do much studying this week. I wanted to, but I didn't get around to it because I was just really exhausted the last few days and kind of recovering, because I walked home from my appointment on Tuesday. I walked there and then home, and for some reason, I think it was the heat, but it hit me and Siren a lot harder than we expected it to. So we spent literally the whole week recovering from it. And my legs felt like jello even yesterday still. I mean, my legs feel fine today, but you know, when your knees and when the cartilage in your knees and the cartilage in your hips is disintegrating and your legs feel like jello, you don't want to push it. You want to sit your butt down and just kind of, you know, just kind of like wait it out and let your body heal and feel better and then get back to stuff later. Unfortunately, every minute that I felt like I could stand up, I was in the bathroom doing laundry anyway. So, even though I was so exhausted, I was passing out during the day. I was still pushing myself way too hard. But if I'm that exhausted, you know, I can push my body, but I can't push my mind, you know. The reason I read at night in bed is so that I can fall asleep. So trying to study when I'm that exhausted, it just doesn't work. Nothing retains, and I end up having to reread everything all over again anyway, and then I fall asleep halfway through. I actually did try to study on Tuesday, and I fell asleep. And then I tried again on Wednesday, and I fell asleep. On Thursday, I was like, you know what? I think I need to recover before I study. So I did that. Today, I knew I needed to study, but I was like, you know, I need to just get this laundry done, and I need some me time. And tomorrow, I have a date. So, yeah. Yeah, me and Sam have a date tomorrow, going to a fancy restaurant. So, a few weeks ago was last week on the 6th was our anniversary, and we didn't get to celebrate it. So tomorrow we're gonna go to a fancy restaurant and celebrate it. And it's actually his mom's treat, and he can't afford fancy restaurant like that. It's too expensive. But I can't either. I make less money than he does. If he can't afford it, I really can't. I mean, he's not rolling in dough either. We're both on Social Security. So, I mean, but thankfully it's his mom's treat. And I thought that was very sweet of her, and, you know, very, very kind. But, yeah, so we get to celebrate that tomorrow, and then afterwards, if I have energy to do it, I'll probably pick up studying tomorrow. If not, then I'll do it on Sunday. And we'll skip devotional again. Or maybe we'll do the devotional and then I'll study. Whatever works, right? Whatever works. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. I hope I didn't go on and on and on and rant a little bit too much. I know you guys know I do that anyway, but I'm really trying to stop doing it. It's not working out too well for me, is it? I am trying though, and I'm sorry guys, but you know, it is what it is, right? But, my crazy ADHD rants is why you guys love me, isn't it? I know it's why Lindsay loves me. That girl, I mean, I don't know what I'd do without her. She is a good friend. But shout out to Lindsay. Oh, another thing, which reminds me because of Lindsay, she has a new YouTube of her own. So if you're interested in paranormal stuff, like those paranormal shows where like they go through houses and they talk to the ghosts and whatnot, she's doing that now on YouTube. So if you're interested, check out Lindsay Paranormal. She is my best friend. So, I can't not give her a shout out when I think of her. I can't not, advertise her YouTube. That's like if I didn't advertise Sam's YouTube if I'm talking about guns, This is just not right. I mean, it's there, right? You gotta help the people you love get the subs that they need. I mean, Sam kind of hates it when I do that because he thinks it's embarrassing, but I know that Lindsay feels the same way about it that I do, that giving shout outs and, you know, bragging about your friends' YouTubes, that helps us. To us, it's not embarrassing. To us, it's like, oh, cool, you got me more subs. Thanks. That's awesome. We appreciate that. But anyway, yeah, definitely check her out if you're into that kind of stuff. If you're not, you know, I'm sure she understands, as do I. If I have videos that you guys aren't into, that's perfectly okay. I get it. I'm not going to get mad that you guys don't watch things that you're not interested in just because I could use the subs. I mean, but, you know, or like that you guys don't go out and buy the books that I recommend because I like it. Or like aren't interested in the religion that I have just because it's the right religion for me. You know, do what makes you happy. That's the whole point of videos, you know, on YouTube. You know, it's not to push shit on people. It's to make everybody find what makes them happy, you know? Do you? But anyway, I hope you guys all have a beautiful day and don't overdo it. And, you know, remember that you are loved, you are appreciated, you are needed, and you are enough. And don't let anybody ever tell you any different, because it's true. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.